It's clear that apes have the ingenuity to solve problems. But the way they get the peanut reveals another astonishing ability. They use the water almost like it's a tool. Are apes inventors? Tools are an essential part of everyday life. For years, the classic textbook definition of humans was man the tool maker. We were believed to be the only species that used tools. For 2.5 million years, we have hammered and forged implements from the earth. We manufactured amazingly complex tools, and with them, created the modern world. Surely, our tool-making ability makes us unique. But in the 1960s, researchers discovered chimpanzees laying sticks across ant trails to make ant kebabs. And they use leaves as sponges to soak up water for drinking. But these are simple tools, nothing like our complex tool-making. So, can apes fashion tools and use them in a complex way, like humans? Cricket Sance and Dave Morgan of the Wildlife Conservation Society are on an expedition to one of the remotest parts of Africa, the Republic of Congo. For the last 6 years, they have been coming here to study chimpanzees in the wild. 2 days later, a group of chimpanzees triggers one of the cameras. Despite their efforts to hide it, the chimpanzees have spotted it. It's probably the first man-made object they have seen, and they're curious. One chimpanzee even makes a tool to probe the camera. Over the next few months, triggered by heat, the cameras will capture anything that comes into range. Back at camp, Sance and Morgan review the tapes. They show for the first time chimps using 2 different tools as they forage for food.
You can see several individuals arriving on the scene, several with tools in their mouths they're carrying to the termite nest. Look, he's got the end of the tool, he's pressing on it with his foot, trying to push it into the ground as far as he can. You can see he modifies the tip of his digging stick there to make it a sharper point, and now he inserts it into the nest, possibly improving the efficiency of his digging stick with a modification.
This is an adult female who's actually making a brush tip on a herbaceous herb.
She's pulling it through her molars, and she's making a nice brush with the end of the tool. She then straightens it and inserts it into the termite nest.
This behavior has never been filmed before.
A very smart chimp invented the brush tip stem tool. They should patent that. I mean, it's amazing. It really does increase their efficiency.
It's the first time anyone has recorded chimpanzees using 2 tools with different functions to achieve their goal. The researchers put out a banana, but the orangutan can't reach it. Then they place a tool in her cage. The banana is part of her routine. The orangutan knows that the next morning she'll get another one. So what about the tool? She takes it with her when she goes to bed. As she prepares her nest for the night, she makes sure her tool is in a safe place. The next morning, 14 hours later, the orangutan brings the tool downstairs. She uses it to get the banana. She has planned ahead. This experiment proves definitively that apes can plan ahead, But it appears that 14 hours is about the limit. Apes can plan for the short term, but we humans can plan decades, even generations ahead. In some communities, chimpanzees greet each other with a kiss. In others, they make a distinctive hand clasp as they groom each other. But how do we and the great apes learn these customs? Is there something unique about the way humans learn that separates us from apes? Our next experiment is about to show how apes learn something for the first time and create a new custom. Professor Tetsuro Matsuzawa is director of the Kyoto Primate Research Institute in Japan. He takes care of a group of 15 chimpanzees. In this experiment, he sets up containers of honey with a hole too small for their fingers to reach.
We did not teach anything at all. We did nothing. We just provide the opportunity.
Before long, one of the chimpanzees devises a tool.
Chimpanzee made a fishing stick, making the tool by themselves.
Matsuzawa and his team then watch to see if the others will learn from this one. Soon, they all mimic the first chimp and use a tool. What Matsuzawa has learned is that chimpanzees acquire their local customs in a very different way from humans. In chimpanzee communities, the adults don't actively teach the young. They don't slow down their actions to help an infant see what is happening.
The way of learning in chimpanzees are very unique. What I call education by master apprenticeship. So here is the master, here is apprentice. So the apprentice learn carefully watching for a long period. And then he may try by himself.
Eventually, they start trying for themselves. From now on, they learn by trial and error. They share more similarities than differences. While their customs and traditions stay local, ours can spread around the world. Somehow, primate societies do not develop as fast as ours. It's 4 years since Horner was last here, and Billy, a female chimpanzee, greets her like a long-lost friend. Greetings over, it's time for the experiment. Horner demonstrates the movements to Billy. Now it's Billy's turn. Will she copy the actions? Just like Jessica, the chimpanzee copies the actions and gets her reward. But Horner has just been toying with both ape and child. This experiment is not about how apes learn. It's about understanding how humans learn. Back at the school, she swaps the boxes.
We then present them with what we call the clear box. And this one is structurally identical to the black box.